almost to the place where I'm volunteering to help put in about 2,500 feet of water line. This property belongs to our church, and we had a water break, and so we put in 1,500 feet of water line yesterday, and I was supposed to be here at 9. I'm about an hour late, but so they may be through before I get here, because we made some really good progress. In about 2 hours, 2.5 hours, we put down 1,500 feet of water line. And so I'm headed back here to this property. This is not our property right here. This belongs to another family. And so, well, I don't know what's going on. Maybe they didn't show up. Let me go around here and see. Oh. Yep, they're all here. Looks like they got the line dug. They just haven't put down the water line yet. So let me cut this off and get to see where we're at. And I'll catch up with you later. Alrighty, we finished, we're putting in the pipe. It didn't take that long. The trench was basically done by the time I got here. The rest of the remaining 600 feet, or whatever it was that was left. And got the line down and connected. So we're good to go with that water source. Now I'm headed to get some fertilizer and sulfur for my vegetable garden. I'm going to till it today before the rain comes this evening. So I'll let you know when we get that part started. Well, I made it over to my garden. And I went by the co-op and got me some sulfur and some ammonium nitrate to put on my garden. The soil sample that I sent to the agriculture extension office said I needed to put nitrogen on here. It's high in pH. It's like 7.2. So I got to get the pH down. And so I'm going to put some of that down today, but it's almost 80 degrees right now, and it's kind of a contrast to what it was Monday, when it was like 20 degrees and snowing with an inch of snow. It's unbelievable, the difference in the change. It probably will be May before we know if my peach trees survive the cold. Probably not. Some of them will. But this particular tree is called a rancher peach, and it is just now beginning to bloom. And one reason I bought the Alberta peaches is because they told me that they were late bloomers. But that's not the case. Not late enough for the last 2 spring seasons that I wanted, to have peaches. Last year I put tarps over them and covers and bring them back. I'll come over here during the day and take them off and those type of things to keep it. It worked. I didn't get very many peaches. Oh, I got the first strawberry bloom right there. Yep, strawberries are waking up. But I'm going to put down this fertilizer. I'm just to put lightly the ammonium nitrate, but I got 3 bags of sulfur I'm going to put down, and then I'm going to till it. Got my tiller down here, and we're going to till that up and get that into the soil, because they told us at the Master Garden presentation that they had moved the last frost date from April the 20th to April the 28th for this area. So I probably won't plant anything until April the 28th. But I want to show you something else I did. Right here on my tiller, normally this is a little post that drags behind your tiller to kind of give it some drag to slow it down, and I made this out of a 2-piece, well, I guess 1 piece of 3-inch angle iron and a 2-inch angle iron, and I made this kind of like a cultivator plow blade, and instead of having a little drag, now it's got a whole lot of drag. But what it does, it breaks up the top of the soil probably 2 inches down, and really turns it well. And the problem with that design is that tiller is not made for that much drag on the belt. And so I have a tendency to go through a lot of belts, especially whenever it's really wet. You want to make sure it's really dry. But anyway, it has really helped out tilling up this hard ground that I have out here. And but I had sprayed it, and it looks like the spray is taken. So now I want to till it and get it ready for planting here in about 3-4 weeks. Alright, so I'm going to set up and I'm going to start spreading the fertilizers that I brought here from the co-op. I've got a 2-gallon bucket full of ammonium nitrate, and I'm just going to walk around and broadcast that with my hands. That's enough. I guess I put about 1 gallon out. So now we're going to put down the sulfur. I'm ready to put the sulfur down. This is, I guess this looks like about a 40-pound bag of sulfur pellets. So, put that down.
bag covered it pretty well, and so now I think I'm going to just start tilling it. Get the deer horns out of the way. Got to put my cultivator blade back on. Sorry about the butt shot. got her done. And what was happening over here next to my strawberries was the ground is a lot wetter, and there's a lot more weeds and root systems from the weeds that I killed. And that little cultivator blade that I made dragging through there, it would just get bogged with mud and roots from the dead weeds. So, and it worked real good over here. The drier it is, it's better. I need to go right in here and pick up all of this grass while it's tilled up. But got my first tilling, and I need to do some other stuff. So let me pick up this grass, and then we're going to go across the road over to my food plot, and we're going to put down some more fertilizer.